Before we get set for that action, let's head on downstairs.
Let me see if this is going. Hold on a minute. Let's see. I can hear the damn mic from Madera. Hello, everyone. I am. Oh, it's not live. I'm not live. Wait, I should be live. Come on. We're just taking a bit. Okay. Hello, everyone. I am BowserJrXD. Welcome to the Welcome to the West Coast Stock Car Motorsports Hall of Fame 150 at Madera Speedway. Race 10 of 13.
Father, we pause for this moment to
the ARCA Menards Series West 2024.
Your love and your mercy in our lives. We also thank you for a beautiful night to be at the track. Thank you for these teams that have worked so hard to be ready for this race this evening. We pray your blessings on all that will participate. Keep them safe, we ask. For we ask it in Jesus' name, and for his sake, I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Well, we ask you all to please remain standing. Gentlemen, remove your hats. Sing our national anthem tonight, a great singer in her own right, Mariah Ramirez.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That was your anthem. So, with 4 races to go in the ARCA Menards Series West, 17-year-old Tyler Reif is the current points leader. At least I think he's 17. Charles Kroll is the announcer on Flow Racing. He's also ARCA's PR guy. That aside, so Tyler Reif's the points leader, and we have a first-time pole winner in Jaron Giannini for Sigma Performance Services, which I guess makes him the ultimate Sigma male. Anyway, Madera Speedway is a 3rd-mile short track, and it will it'll be 150 laps, so just under 50 miles.
Rebag, the way luxury resale
I don't need to hear anything about Rebag. I got Joe with me. Hold on. Hold on. Give me a minute, Joe, so I can share my share the screen.
Take your time. I'm just checking Twitter.
I'm gonna love how nobody calls it X.
Well, real quick, let's give a shout out to Carson Quaffle. He won.
Oh, he won the Valley Star.
Did
he win the Valley Star Credit Union 300?
Yes, he did.
Nice. Yeah.
So big congratulatory to him.
And it looks like he might go to the Xfinity Series because of that post from Junior Motorsports. If you had one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment, would you capture it or just let it slip? And if there's a caution, I might just start rapping the whole thing of Lose Yourself.
Yeah, let's just say I think he is definitely going to be in a Junior Motorsports ride next year. The number, I don't know, but it's definitely for sure that Fast Pros is going to be backing him up and Junior Motorsports wants him.
Jaron timed in at 14.696 seconds, just 5/1000ths of a second quicker than
there are 18 cars in the field. In in this series history, the low has been 16 and the high has been 21 for a car count. Last year was 19. Actually, no, there are 17 cars in the field tonight.
Sam Mayer picked up that General Tire pole at Sonoma in that number 23 car owned by Joe Ferre, the Sigma Performance Services.
Also, real quick, I just wanted to say we're all thinking about the people affected by this hurricane, especially the people in Florida, North Carolina, pretty much everywhere. Thoughts and prayers to everybody.
Eastern Tennessee as well. I think parts of Georgia were hit. Even I think the Panhandle in Virginia. For those who are unable to get power, unable to even return to their homes, some who don't even have a home, we hope that they can recover.
California racer Rip Michaels at the wheel. Rip timed in 10th quick earlier tonight. He'll be making his first
no Nick Janites in the field. He's been replaced in the Jan's towing. And that's surprising, given considering that the team brought 2 cars.
He's a former winner in the old NASCAR Southwest Tour. All the way back in 2006, actually beat a couple of West champions, the great Eric Holmes that night. Rip all night long in Bounty Rookie Spotlight. And Nick, hope you're feeling well very, very soon, pal. Hope
he's sick. Okay.
Back here at the racetrack.
I didn't realize that.
Very quickly. Let's take a look at tonight's General Tire starting lineup before the field rolls.
In that case, I'll do it instead. Starting 17th, driving the number 19, Pacific Office Automation Chevrolet for Bill McAnally Racing. 21 years old from Antelope, California, Eric Johnson Jr. Starting 16th, driving the number 05, Shockwave Marine Suspension Seating Toyota for Shockwave Motorsports. 74 years old from Sydney, British Columbia, Canada, David Smith, by far the oldest driver in the field. Starting 15th, driving the number 77, King Taco, Victory Junction, Rex MD, Park West Toyota for Performance P1 Motorsports. 42 years old from Riverside, California, Kyle Wisner. Starting 14th, driving the number 11, American Swim Academy, setting the stage, Cover Ease Chevrolet for Keneally Keller Motorsports. 18 years old from Madera, California, Robbie Keneally. And starting 13th, driving the number 9, Jan's Towing Ford for Jan's Towing Racing. 17 years old from Laverne, California, Michael Killen Jr. Starting 12th, driving the number 7, GR Garage Toyota for Jerry Pitts Racing. 47 years old from Nagoya, Hichi, Japan, Takuma Koga, who was in the ARCA race yesterday. Starting 11th, driving the number 3, Central Coast Cabinets Toyota for Central Coast Racing. 59 years old from Aeromass, California, Todd Souza, who's nothing. All right, now we're in the top 10. Starting 10th, driving the number 71, Jan's Towing Ford for Jan's Towing Racing. 59 years old from Mission Hills, California, Rip Michaels. Starting 9th, driving the number 6, Turn 1 IO Toyota for Jerry Pitts Racing. 17 years old from San Francisco, California, Henry Barton. Starting 8th, driving the number 12, Las Vegas Construction, Argus Construction, Battleborn Racing Ford for Keneally Keller Motorsports. 19 years old from Las Vegas, Nevada, Kyle Keller. Starting 7th, driving the number 21, Impact Transportation, Nascimento, David's Racing Products, Paul Cardoso Toyota for Nascimento Motorsports. 17 years old from Manteca, California, Ethan Nascimento, the youngest driver in the field. Starting 6th, driving the number 4, Impact Transportation, Freddy's Tree Service, Joyner Nascimento Chevrolet for Nascimento Motorsports. 23 years old from Manteca, California, Eric Nascimento. Starting 5th, driving the number 16, Napa Auto Care Chevrolet for Bill McAnally Racing. 24 years old from Loomis, California, Jack Wood, the highest starting Chevrolet. Starting 4th, driving the number 5, Fidelity Capital Toyota for Jerry Pitts Racing. 17 years old from Newport Beach, California, Sean Hingarani. Starting 3rd, driving the number 13, Central Coast Cabinets Toyota for Central Coast Racing. 17 years old from Henderson, Nevada, Tyler Reif, the points leader. Starting on the outside pole, driving the number 50, High Point Racing, Race Car Factory Ford for High Point Racing. 28 years old from Agora Hills, California, Trevor Huddleston, the highest starting Ford. And on the pole, driving the number 23, GMS Fabrication, Versatile and Stone, Sigma Performance Services, Toyota for Sigma Performance Services. 19 years old from Las Vegas, Nevada, Jaron Giannini. Wait, is it a Toyota? Or is it should be, maybe it might, because normally it's a Chevrolet. Anyway, time to go green here. Shit, we're going green at Madera.
As well. 4 cars under a blanket.
I missed the first 5 laps because I was behind. Oops. Anyway, Giannini leads with Huddleston behind. It's a battle for third between Rife and Hingarani.
Hingarani going to get the best of that battle. Those cars may have made a little contact.
So I can see, Jack Wood trying to make moves on the inside. I got a buffer there.
Rubbed off of that left rear tire on the number 5 of Sean Hingarani.
Can you see fine?
Cars have come together.
So,
Yep, we're all good.
Good.
Quarters racing here in the early laps. But Hingarani going to power out ahead of Tyler Rife.
All right, Hingarani to third.
Here's the battle for the lead.
Huddleston's giving pressure to the 23 there.
Yep.
Looks like he's going to try the high line. I don't think he can get it done there.
Just as I say, he's going to dip down to the inside. A little slip and slide, dip and dive move right there. Huddleston to the inside.
Huddleston soars by to take the lead, or try to take the lead. He'll lead at the line. He's not clear, though.
Huddleston will lead him across.
Eric Nascimento up to fourth. The high line
like
clearly being the more effective
best car
lane.
early on right now.
Battle is the best one to watch right here. Battle for the lead. Huddleston still has it. He's going to clear. Jaron Giannini. Giannini now back into second. Hingarani closing the gap on these two. There he is in the black number 5.
Oh, Jack Wood around.
Trouble. Jack Wood is sideways.
Caution's out for Jack Wood.
Caution is out.
Was up in the top 5. He got sideways off a turn 4, and that will put us under caution.
Why'd he go in the grass?
Today.
Couldn't you make a 3-point turn? Whatever. He went.
Leader was coming.
We are going to wave him past over Huddleston right there. But wow, tough break for Jack Wood. Getting turned sideways, putting us under caution for the first time tonight with just 10 laps in the books. Take a look at what happened over there. And
Yeah, he looks like he just lost it coming off 4.
Can't tell if he just got up out of the groove a little bit. That's what it looks like. Maybe just got a little high, lost traction, and around she went.
I don't know if he lost traction or if he was just trying to stay off the 13 or right there, but he just went around.
Man. I'm going to need somebody to call me at 2:30 in the morning because I'm going to attempt to do my first MotoGP stream. But the problem is it's the Indonesian Grand Prix, so it's at 3 in the damn morning. That'll be might be the worst. It might be a pretty bad decision, but
yeah, I'm gonna save my staying up late for races energy for when F1 goes to Vegas later this year.
I mean, I can do that too. It'll.
Get that 16 car back in contention.
I think the MotoGP grid for next year is completely set. For those who like Trackhouse and might know that they have a MotoGP team, next year they'll keep, I think. No, wait, what is it? So right now they're the second Aprilia team, the crappier one. So they'll keep Raul Fernandez, who is their the worst driver, and right now they have signed current Moto2 points leader Ayagura from Japan. Interesting, they went for Ayagura and not the American Joe Roberts, but and again, Joe Roberts I think is 6th in points. Beats me how Trackhouse got Ayagura, but I digress.
It is Trackhouse. I don't question him anymore.
They got Zilich. Anyway, we're gonna go green again. Oh, so not gonna lie, it's pretty funny how the pace car just drives across the grass.
See what happens down into one.
There's no pit road here. We gotta do it the redneck way.
Now it's Ethan Nascimento up to 4th.
Giannini can't quite make it stick, so Trevor Huddleston is going to jump back out.
Somebody's off the pace back there.
Giannini back into second.
David
There's
Smith,
Sean
probably.
Higurani, aggressive here in the early going.
Eric Nascimento's falling way back.
Work his way up.
Oh, so there must be something wrong with the 4. If you're getting passed by David Smith, your car is malfunctioning.
Came to the fourth.
What happened? That thing was going for the top 5, and now it's...
Look at this battle for position.
Wait, is that Henry Barton on Tyler Reif?
In the 6 car to the inside of Tyler Reif.
Something. Wait, Eric Johnson is now up to 5th. He started dead last.
Where did that number 19 come from? Eric Johnson Jr. started shotgun on the field. Tail end Charlie here tonight. 17th on.
Oh, we got one around.
Up into 5th. We've got a car sideways.
Well,
Todd Souza
we're still green. It's say Todd Souza.
Great save. Going to keep us under green. That save could be one of tonight's Reese's sweet moves of the race. Nice job by Todd Souza to keep that car pointed in the right direction. And meanwhile, his teammate Tyler Reif still going at it.
Going backwards.
The inside. There's Kyle Keller in the mix as well. Right now, that 13 not handling the way Tyler Reif needs it to. Don't forget, folks, visit ARCARacing.com on Monday, 3 o'clock Eastern time, to see who is
Caution.
tonight's Reese's sweet move of
For
the
who?
race winner. And we're going to
Yep,
back to
Eric
caution
Nascimento.
for the second time tonight, and that is why Eric Nascimento.
Look at the right front. I don't know if that's the issue.
Well, thing's not move. Well, that wouldn't stop the car from moving. That thing got passed by a car that is seconds off the pace.
Coming out here at lap 22.
Well, now it's going. What the hell? Well, it's going off.
Yeah, that right front looks very, very inward, towed in.
Well,
I don't know.
now it's off the track, leaving 16 cars.
Outside of the racetrack. Eric Nascimento drives that car outside gate there in turn 1. He will go back to the attention of his crew. Ty Joyner and the gang will go to work.
Oh
on
my
that
God!
number
It's the
4, and
cursed number.
get him
It's the
back
sun.
out.
It's the Sunrise Ford number 9.
Break. Here in the
I mean, I know it's the
Eric
Jan's, the
Nascimento
second Jan's
qualified up
towing
front,
car,
was
but
running strong up until that restart. And there you see the car just quit down the backstretch, it looked like. Almost stacked up a handful of cars. Tyler Reif.
well, that it's so weird to see the
Keller
the
in the
Sunrise
number
Ford
12.
paint.
Nearly getting into the back there of Eric Nascimento. And I'll tell you, that move that Kyle Keller made right there, that could also be a Reese's sweet move of the race. There's the look at Todd Souza's save off a turn.
Going
4.
green again next time by.
As we get set to go back racing here. Hopefully we'll get some green flag action in here. Coming back to the
Good start for Huddleston. Oh, there goes Rip Michaels.
Rip Michaels getting it sideways off a turn.
Another
That,
caution, the
will put
third
us under
time.
the caution flag for
Come
the
on,
third
man.
time here tonight. Wow, a little yellow fever here in the early going.
Let's not talk about yellow fever. That's not a fun topic.
The words of the late great Ken Squire, turn 4 is Calamity Corner here tonight.
Well, I mean, that's usually how I describe Sonoma.
Take a look at what happened to Rip in the number 71. To the inside of Jack Wood, a little contact there, and ooh, there's why he got turned sideways. He checked up just as Takuma Koga was on the gas to come off of the corner, and that sent Rip Michaels around.
Damn glitching.
No other real obvious damage to the 71. Maybe flat spotted those tires a little bit, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue here tonight. One more look at it. There's Takuma in the number 7. Getting into the back of Rip Michaels and sending him on a lazy slide off of turn 4, but that indeed does put us under the caution flag for the 3rd time here tonight. Halting start here at Madera Speedway. Hard to believe that as many years as Rip Michaels was in racing out here on the West Coast, his first ever ARCA Menards Series West appearance. It's a little damage. She did someone there off of turn 4. Should not affect much of anything on the tight little bull ring like Madera Speedway. Had a great time with team owner Jan Qualkenbush and his entire team a few weeks back out at Irwindale Speedway. Just want to give a nice shout out to Nick Janitis, normal driver of that 71 car. Pulling for you, Nick. Hopefully we'll see you back here at the racetrack very soon. Doubling up for the restart. Trevor Huddleston and Jaron Giannini up on the front row. Sean Hingarani and Ethan Nascimento now in row 2. Henry Barton and Eric Johnson Jr. off the tail of the field all the way up to 6th for this restart. Are back into the infield. Let's see how
All right, here we go. We're green again at Madera.
See if Jim make the top side work. Can't get the power down. Huddleston going to jump out to the lead, and here comes Sean Hingarani to the inside.
Trying to send it in on Giannini.
Hingarani already has a pair of victories here in 2024. He's
Only in the Venerini cars.
Back over the 4th of July. Looking for his
Oh, the 23 is loose out of the corner and let Hingarani go to 2nd.
Tyler Reif's lead in the points.
Definitely looks like the track is very slick tonight.
And Reif, there you see him in the number 13, trying to hold on to 7th. Move Reif up to 6th that time around.
Got past Eric Johnson
Have some
Jr.
pressure there from Eric Johnson Jr. Ethan Nascimento there in the number 21. We saw older brother Eric Nascimento with some issues, but right now this young man on the charge.
I haven't realized that the 11 car isn't on the track anymore. Robbie Keneally, he was off before the
back to 3rd.
He was off before the 4 was.
The heat from 16-year-old Ethan Nascimento. Here's a good battle for position. The 2 Bill McAnally Racing entries. Eric Johnson Jr., Jack Wood going at it with Kyle Keller in the number 12. Kyle had the opportunity to go attempt to make his NASCAR Xfinity Series debut up at Watkins Glen International
of course.
weeks ago. Now back
For MBM in the 13.
Out west. Keller looking to the inside. He's going to take that position from Eric Johnson.
I was talking about Trackhouse. What I didn't know is that their best driver, Miguel Oliveira, is now in the hospital after he had a high side in first practice, free practice 1. So
yeah,
multiple.
That's why, in my opinion, yes, MotoGP is awesome, but the wrecks, they scare the crap out of me.
Multiple fractures. Like last year, there were so many injuries that there was not a single race that started that year with a full grid, which is pathetic. And a disgrace, I should say, a disgrace.
Starting to get a little spread out towards the front of the field, but right now this is the battle for 6th and 7th.
And there's a battle for 2nd place. Giannini trying to get back to Hingarani.
Number 5, Sean Hingarani. Trying to keep Jaron Giannini in the rear view mirror.
What kind of camera is that? Oh, bad angle, I guess.
What what a great run tonight for Ethan Nascimento there in the number 21. We're on the outside of David Smith in the number 05. Everybody trying to track down this guy right now, Trevor Huddleston. Living large and in charge. He is pulling away from the field. Nearly a 2-second advantage over Sean Hingorani. And Hingorani has...
Huh? I couldn't hear you over the damn glitching.
Of course, when you're on a tight little bull ring like Madera Speedway, 2 seconds isn't a whole lot of time on the racetrack. It's about half a straightaway. But indeed, it is enough breathing room to let him just up and start to log some laps, as this now the battle for second, third, and fourth going on directly behind him. Oh, we've got a car sideways off of turn
77.
2.
That's Kyle Wisner.
Number 7 getting turned around.
I think he didn't get on the wall. I think he was clean.
The 4th time tonight. First time we've seen the action on this side of the racetrack.
Is he
Everything
clean?
else has happened off of
Hey, looks clean.
Wisner getting that car turned
That's
back
a
in the
plus.
right direction. Let's take a look at what happened over there to the driver, the number 77. Just looks like he just jumped out from underneath them. Might have got up out of the groove just a touch. Right in front of the leader, as a matter of fact. There's Trevor Huddleston to the bottom side of the racetrack. No harm, no foul. So Kyle Wisner, unfortunately, going to lose a lap in that exchange, but he does get the car turned around, and we'll tag on to the tail end of the field for the restart. Here's a good look at Mikey Killen in the number 9. Nice throwback paint scheme to the sun.
Damn
Rise
buffering.
Racing Team, team owner Bob Brancotti. Second car out of the Jan's Towing Racing Stables. You see a little scuff mark on the side there. Looks like Mikey's been up into the outside wall just a touch. Beautiful looking race car. Those Sunrise Racing cars were always very distinctive throughout the Brancotti's tenure out here on the West Coast. Good to see that car out on the racetrack here tonight. Right now, Mike Killen sitting back in the 11th position, still on the lead lap, and still a long way to go here tonight. Still 99, make it 98 laps this time around, yet to go. Just a third of the way home here in the West Coast Stock Car Hall of Fame 150. Mark Wendell going to pull that pace car back down into
Mark
the
Blundell, like the former
infield.
IndyCar driver.
Racing one
Cool.
more time. Trevor Huddleston and Sean Hingorani.
Huddleston gets a
bringing
good
them
jump.
to the lead.
Huh?
I said, good to hear that some former drivers still have jobs.
He won the closest ever road course finish at an IndyCar at Portland, 97. Hingorani is going to be extremely aggressive because it's how he drives. He also drives zero respect.
Not wanting to give it up, though. Huddleston had a 1.8 second lead evaporate with that caution. And
He
right
clears
now,
him.
he is under attack. Sean Hingorani
For
working
third,
him hard
Ethan
on the
Nascimento
front
trying to make
stretch into
moves.
turn 1.
Nascimento, oh, not clear yet.
Hingorani all over the back bumper there through turns 3 and 4. And Look at this. Ethan Nascimento.
He clears.
The 21. He's going to swing to the outside and take third.
Frankly, I'd like to see him put the bumper to Hingarani.
That 21 car is running strong tonight. Ethan Nascimento with a terrific run.
Tanner Reif up to 5th now. He's got Kyle Keller and Henry Barton behind him.
Battle at the back of the top 5. Tyler Reif. He's got him stacked up double wide behind him. Kyle Keller in the 12. Henry Barton in the number 6. Ooh, just inches apart. What a great camera angle down there in turns 3 and 4. Inches apart through the center of the corner. Look at that. There's Giannini trying underneath. Nascimento can't make it work. Again, so many great battles on the racetrack. Having a hard time figuring out which one we want to watch. Right now, we're going to see if we can squeeze them both onto the screen. There's Ethan Nascimento to the top side of the number 23. Jaron Giannini trying to work him over to retake third. Meanwhile, Barton and Keller going at it for 6th and 7th, directly behind Tyler Reif. We talked about track position being one of the keys to the race here tonight. And we've got more problems off of turn 4. We see a couple of cars scrambling there. Like Todd Souza may have been involved in that one as well.
3.
I saw Mikey Killen down there. Saw a couple of cars well off the pace. And here comes Ethan Nascimento tracking down the defending series champion, Sean Hingarani, now with some company in the form of the number 21.
Get him. Come on. Ooh. Kyle Keller squeezing him on the inside of David Smith, trying to see if he can get closer to Tyler Reif.
Yeah, he's trying.
He's got Henry Barton on his side.
Kyle Keller still digging to the inside. Henry Barton not giving anything up in that top lane here tonight. Number 6 car, one of the 3 Jerry Pitts Racing entries in the race here tonight. Of course, Sean Hingarani in the number 5, Takuma Koga in the number 7. But that number 6 car has been really strong, particularly in that outside groove. We saw the left front brake rotor glowing on the Sean Hingarani car. How about that left rear brake rotor glowing on the number 12? And now we've got a full-blown 3-way battle for second. Ethan Nascimento is there in the number 21, and he has brought Jaron Giannini along with him.
Huddleston's really got a good car tonight.
Here.
Thank God.
Nascimento trying to go to the outside, and as he does that, Giannini going to try to fill that gap to the bottom. Great battle for position. We come to the midway point here, just 4 laps away from halfway. Boy, Giannini can get that car down to the bottom of the racetrack on turn entry. Just can't get the power down coming off the corner. That's where Nascimento every time. They work past Kyle Wisner there in the number 77. 21 drifts back up the racetrack. Giannini tries again to fill that gap to the bottom. Looked like these two were going to run single file for about half a lap, and they couldn't do it. Kyle Keller trying to work over Henry Barton in the number 6. We've got the 77 car. Again, one of the keys to the race, how we're going to manage these lap cars. Right now, they're going to let Wisner take the outside lane, and just as Keller gets to the back bumper, gives him a little shot, moves him up the racetrack a little bit.
We're halfway through.
Woohoo!
Which means this race will probably be over in less than an hour. Well, the total run time will be less than an hour, considering we've already also had 3 cautions.
2 cars in the top 10.
Not bad for an ARCA West race.
Be over quickly.
Driver tonight. There's Eric Johnson Jr., the number 19. Saw Eric up as high as 5th earlier. He must have taken advantage of a scramble on one of those restarts because he was way back in the 17th position at the initial start of the race. He's settled back into the 10th spot. And here's Trevor Huddleston trying to work his way around Todd Souza. Souza's had a couple of scripts here tonight. Damage to the left side of number 3. Todd not known to be one of the easiest drivers to get around. Whether you're battling for position or trying to put him a lap down, he's going to race you as hard as he can. And he indeed is going to go a lap down to Trevor Huddleston there in the number 50. Here's the battle for second. Ethan Nascimento in the 21, still trying to work his way around defending series champion Sean Hingorani in the 5. Nascimento to the top side of the racetrack. We got a car sideways off of turn 2. That is David Smith in the
0-5. Caution's out with 68 to go.
So that'll put us under the caution flag for the 5th time here tonight. 83 laps in the books, 67 yet to go. David running back in the 15th position when he got sideways there. I don't know that we have a look at what happened to the 0-5, but let's take a look at a replay. Yeah, thought we saw, ooh, look at that. Takuma Koga in the 7 getting together with Todd Souza. I knew we saw those cars scrambling off of turn 4.
That was earlier.
Get a chance to take a look at it and look at how much off the ground, how far.
Damn.
Off the ground Takuma's going to get right there. Lots of sparks.
Wow.
Joey Chitwood thrill
That was
show
Souza though, not the
Speedway.
0-5. Damn.
That is the corresponding damage to the left side of Todd Souza's number 3. Why don't we go ahead and step aside for a quick break? When we come back, we'll go back racing, hopefully to the finish here in the.
Always got to throw in the rad somehow.
Yeah. All right, so I did not stream the Xfinity race, so I mentioned it with Joe right before the VC started. Eric Almirola wins his 2nd Xfinity race of the year. I believe that's career win number 6.
Yes.
First on an intermediate. Yeah. Well, if you don't count Milwaukee, but I count anything from 1 mile to 1.5.
You know,
as its own
as
deal.
someone who is an Almirola fan, I can, knowing that, okay, now that we actually have a legit win under Joe Gibbs, I could officially say, all right, Milwaukee will now count.
I know. I'm just saying, if you count Milwaukee as an intermediate, I don't, because I think 1 mile to 1.5 is its own thing. Same for anything above 1.5, like Michigan or Pocono. I would have those as 1 milers to 1. I just say like 1 milers to 1.5s, intermediates, and then large speedways. That's my own classification system.
You know, I agree with that, but it gets to my point, like, how come we've never came up with a racing term for that, you know? Like, we've been in motorsports for the longest time, and you know how majority of people don't exclude, like, tracks under a mile or tracks above 1.5 as, like, their own group. Like,
typically, we're going green. So over 1.5 would, I think, traditionally would be called super speedway. Or no, anything that was over, it wasn't a short track, traditionally was called a super speedway. Though now we basically just use that for exclusively for Daytona, Talladega, and Atlanta.
Sean Hingorani really fighting hard on that outside lane, trying to get around.
Giannini back to third.
Trevor Huddleston. Giannini going to retake that third position. He's going to slip past Ethan Nascimento.
Huddleston not letting Hingorani get by. Oh, he's going to clear.
That time through turns 3 and 4.
He goes to the bumper. Twice there in that turn.
Looks clear this time around. We're going to string him out single file through the top 5. Kyle Keller going to get the jump on Tyler Reif. Move up into the top 5 for the first time tonight. Keller going to go to work underneath the 21 of Ethan Nascimento. That 12 car working really good here as we're getting down to it.
Okay. Whoa.
Stock
Really
car
sending it in
Motorsports
there.
Hall of Fame 150. Keller now to the inside of Ethan Nascimento. Battle on for 4th. Ooh, and he's going to drive it in real deep. Try to get alongside Jaron Giannini there as well. Battle on 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th right here on the screen. Giannini going to slide up to the top side of the racetrack to try to look to find a way around Sean Hingorani.
If somebody would race Hingorani the same way he races other people.
Why not?
I mean, like, if he gets to your bumper, he'll just push you out of the way. This is just annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on one side of short track racing, the other learn to pass somebody cleanly.
Right down on the rumble strips there through the inside of turns 1 and 2, and again right there in turns 3 and 4. That car handling really
we got
well.
Jack Wood around. Caution
again.
with 53 to go.
Jack Wood.
He goes around 16. Again.
Oh, and then of course ARCA brakes with Kyle Wisner.
Make some contact.
Are you kidding me? Like,
left front. Oh, a tough break for both of those drivers.
what was he doing? Why did he?
Second time tonight that Jack Wood has been sideways, and I thought he was going to get away with it.
That's like the
and
slowest
able to
ARCA
rejoin the
brakes
tail
I've
end of
ever
the field,
seen.
And along came Kyle Wisner, and bang, both of those cars going to end up with some pretty significant damage.
Yeah, that's not how you want to do that, bud, but...
Now the splitter's all screwed up on the 16.
Well, I think the good sign is don't see any fluid
What is the
leaking
cameraman
from
doing?
either of those race cars. Let's take a look at what happened. There may have been some contact there that got Jack Wood sideways. Just as he was about to pull away, in came Kyle Wisner. Didn't really have anywhere to go.
You're under caution, man. Slow to caution speed.
Looks like just when he's about ready to pull away, bang, there is the 77.
Shouldn't you? Well.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, Bill McAnally's not happy about that one.
Jack Wood, I think, is...
Been a frustrating night for Jack Wood. He was running up into the top 5 and got turned sideways, dropped all the way back to the tail of the field and worked his way back and looked like he could contend to get back up into the top 5, but...
Wait.
A second
how much? Wait, what's the damage on the 77? Clearly, like, the fender is hanging... Well, the left front fender doesn't look good.
A lot more damage on the 77 than there is on the 16, but in any case, don't see fluid coming out of either of those cars. Does look like Jack is going to want to get off of the racetrack and bring that car down to the attention of his crew. Kevin Bellecourt and the team. Again,
wow!
Wait,
looks like that the whole nose is
actually
punched in.
Here at Madera.
They're gonna keep going with that.
Open that gate and let them get around.
I don't think ARCA's going to let him go around like that, but we'll see.
Just past the 100 lap mark. 100 in and 50 yet to go. While the track crew going to work over there in turn 3 and 4, we'll step away for another.
This year, we actually get to race. These guys are sprint car drivers, stock car drivers, drifters. Here, they're going to drive something that requires a different sense of discipline.
It's a group of 12 guys who are really good at driving race cars.
Team Nos Zero Sugar. Team Nos Original.
Team Sonic Sour. Team GT Grape.
We're not sure how these cars are going to drive.
Let's go racing.
You're firing off fireworks? My God, it's September.
Finishing up cleanup over there in turns 3 and 4. After Jack Wood and Kyle Wisner came together, put us under the caution flag for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th time tonight. It has been a rock'em sock'em race here at Madera Speedway. And evidently, we didn't see it that initial round, but evidently plenty of fluid leaking from the number 16, and that is why Jack Wood has brought that car.
Red flag.
Pits, and
Oh,
there you see,
Christ.
we're gonna
I
go
jinxed it when I said
caution
this was going to take less
to
than an
red
hour.
as we work out cleanup over there.
Red flag at a short track. You don't see that every day.
It wasn't your fault.
We take a look at the remaining schedule for the ARCA Menards Series West here in 2024.
Vegas.
By the way, I'm quite surprised NASCAR didn't throw a fun caution at the end of today's Xfinity race.
Next race coming up.
All-American,
next
Kern
Saturday
County,
night, October
Phoenix
5th.
to finish off the
Another bull
season.
ring,
Only
All-American
5
Speedway
ARCA
coming up.
races left. No,
Then we're gonna go
only
back
4
to the
ARCA
half
events
mile,
left
Kevin Harvick's
this
Kern
season.
Raceway coming up on October 26th.
So 3 for the West Series
and
and
the season finale.
the
always one of
the
my
ARCA
favorite
finale
races
at
of the
Toledo
year
next week.
at Phoenix Raceway coming up on November 8th. All of those races.
Andres
live
Perez
right
needs
here on
to,
Flow. Hope
if he
you can
starts
join
the
us.
race,
Gonna be a big
might win the
day
championship.
next Saturday. Of course, the ARCA Menards Series.
But there would need to be 30 cars in the field
will be
or more
crowned
for
at
no
Toledo Speedway
for
early
on
in the
for
day,
LeVar Scott to
4
have a
o'clock
shot.
Eastern Time, 1
And
o'clock here out on the
And
West
so I
Coast.
suspect that as long as
And then we'll go
Andres
racing
Perez
at the
starts
ARCA Menards
on
West
the ARCA
at
race, he will be immediately be the
All-American
champion.
Speedway later on in
It'll
the
Oh, yeah,
still be
I
pretty
think-
freaking.
I
ARCA
think-
Menards Series
yeah,
doubleheader
sorry, go ahead.
coming
It'll
up
still be
next
freaking
Saturday.
pathetic
Hope you can join
that
us.
no full-time driver
Watching
actually
right
won
here
a
on
race.
Flow.
Which actually I wouldn't mind if Perez dips down multiple times next season if
talk
he goes to
about
trucks,
crowning
just so he can actually
champion.
win an ARCA race.
At Phoenix Raceway on November 8th. There's a look at the point standings. Incredibly tight heading into tonight. And
Thing
as
is,
I
for the
remind
last few
you,
races of ARCA
at
West,
the top of the
Hingarani's
show,
going with
every
Venerini
position on the
Motorsports, which is going to
racetrack
make
is 1
life even
point.
harder for Tyler Rife.
So Tyler Rife came in with a 7-position buffer on Sean Hingarani. Now you can get a bonus point for leading a lap, for leading the most laps, and for winning a pole. And then if you win a race, you also get 3 bonus points for winning. So Tyler Rife and Sean Hingarani have both won twice. So they both have 6 bonus points for winning. They both led a lot of laps. They both picked up a pole along the way as well. Of course, Tyler Rife picking up 3 poles. So he's got a slight edge in that bonus point category coming into tonight. But 4 races, including tonight, yet to go, and just 7 positions on the racetrack separating those two. It is going to be an incredibly tight battle for that ARCA Menards Series West Championship. And right now, Sean Hingarani sitting in 2nd, Tyler Rife back in 6th. So Hingarani could cut that point lead almost in half here tonight. Actually, could cut it in by more than half here tonight. And there is the reason why we were under the red flag. Thin strip of fluid all the way around the racetrack here.
Morons
Speedway.
being
So
morons.
we're going to get the track safety crew out there to make sure every bit of that fluid is cleaned up, and we can give these drivers the safest racing surface we can. Seen a lot of slipping and sliding
do that
tonight
all
as
by
it is.
hand.
We don't need to do anything to add to it. So we'll make sure we get this fluid cleaned up and get back underway here as quickly as we can. That reminds me, I need to get my lawn winterized when we get done with this race this weekend.
What does one have to do with the other?
Winter fertilizer down. Very effective way of getting the speedy dry down on the racing surface. As the track crew still with a little bit of work to do here. Why don't we go ahead and step away for another quick break? We'll let the safety crew get back to work, and when we come back, hopefully we will reset.
This year, we actually get to race.
These guys are sprint car drivers, stock car drivers, drifters. Here, they're going to drive something that requires a different sense of discipline.
It's a group of 12 guys who are really good at driving race cars.
Team Not Zero Sugar. Team NOS Original.
Team Sonic Sour. Team GT Grape.
We're not sure how these cars are going to drive.
Let's go racing.
Stop weak passwords with Netrix Password Policy Enforcer.
AI.
AI's taking over the world. Woo.
Rebag. A luxury resale market.
You see that AI picture from
Curated with an
Facebook
eye
I
for
put in
detail,
Twitter from
where every
on the
piece is carefully
in
vetted
general?
by our specialists.
Yeah, I see those from time to time
Get
on my
10%
Facebook,
off
and I'm
your
just like,
first
get out of
purchase
here.
With Rebag TV.
Yeah.
Rebag, the way luxury resale should be. A curated selection. of
Have you seen the
best
one where this
pieces,
racetrack is
treasure
posting
today
about it,
or
and it
sell
shows like,
tomorrow.
for example, they show like
Instantly
grandmas
refresh your
racing or like
collection.
babies on
10%
baby
off
carts
accessories
strapped
at
to a race
rebag.com.
car?
No, because I don't look at
Rebag
Facebook.
TV.
Well, there's a Facebook, a racetrack Facebook page that does it as their promos now. I'm just like, what is wrong with you?
Everything. Let me check chat real quick.
Ah, so I do have Suzuka saved as my under my tracks saved. Or no, I don't. This one. Oh, damn it.
Still working on track cleanup after an incident involving Jack Wood and Kyle Wisner left us with a thin stripe of oil all the way around the racetrack here at Madera Speedway. So going to be a little bit as we try to mop up that oil around the racetrack.
All right, out.
There's Eric Johnson Jr. in the number 19. Started out back today, quickly raced his way up into the top 10. He's been fighting for a top 10 finish much of the rest of the night. There's a good look at the crowd here at Madera Speedway. Good looking crowd on what has been a very toasty afternoon and early evening. My man Stephen Blakesley doing a great job keeping them entertained on the PA here tonight.
Wow, I was today 8 years old when I realized that Road America and Lanyard Speedway are literally right across the street from each other.
We're in America and what?
That's what everybody's got.
No, not a Road America. Road Atlanta and Lanyard Raceway. Lanyard Raceway is a
linear
short
okay.
track.
Eric Johnson.
Yeah.
19.
Today I learned a moment.
Yep.
I love those sometimes from here and there.
To be bringing that car back to the pits, I understand.
I don't know. I have that saved. I had that one saved.
Cleaning the racetrack, we traced the line of oil around the racetrack, and that line of oil, unfortunately, I believe, ended right where Eric's car was parked. So we're going to bring him back to the pits and let him work on that oil leak.
I wouldn't even let him back out if he has an oil leak like that.
Fighting issue all day long, and as a matter of fact, change engines due to that oil leak right before qualifying. So, yep, that's where Eric was parked.
Wait, the 19? They only just
back to the pits and
can't mind that was the car. Jeez,
work on plugging up that oil leak, and it is going to be like a sandstorm out there once we go back green flag racing.
Now it seems like a big win.
Appreciate you tuning in on what has already been an action-packed day of NASCAR stock car racing here on Flow Racing. Congratulations to Carson Quapple picking up the win in the Valley Star 300 stock car race at Martinsville Speedway earlier today. Of course, Carson driving for Junior Motorsports, Team Motor Dale Earnhardt Jr. Very cool to see him pick up that victory. And I hope all of these people in the grandstands have eye protection because as soon as we go back to race cars on the racetrack, there is going to be a lot of sand in the air, a lot of dust in the air as we get set to go back racing here, hopefully as quickly as we can, but a lot of fluid down on the racetrack. And really the most effective way to get that cleaned up is just piling the speedy dry on and then running a broom over it. And sometimes it just takes a little bit of time, so we'll let the track crew get to work getting that mess cleaned up, and hopefully we'll go back racing here in just a few. Let's take a look at the running order as they sit here under the red flag. We've told you Trevor Huddleston has been in charge of this one since virtually the drop of the green flag. He did take the lead from Jaron Giannini just a couple of laps into the race. Sean Hingorani sitting back in the second position. Sean, of course, the defending ARCA Menards Series West champions, got a couple of wins under his belt so far here in 2024. Looking to take a bite out of that points lead that Tyler Reif has here tonight. Hingorani sitting pretty good right now in that second position. Jaron Giannini picked up his first career West pole award, General Tire pole award, in just his fourth career series start. Sitting back in third, Kyle Keller. We've seen a lot of him tonight. He has raced his way up into the fourth position, and Ethan Nascimento, not as high as he's been. He's been up as high as third earlier tonight, but still sitting in fifth with just under 50 laps to go. Could be a career night for Ethan Nascimento. His first start. I thought we would have seen Ethan before tonight, but indeed his first start of the season here tonight. Tyler Reif sitting back in sixth. He leads the ARCA Menards Series West Championship standings by 7 points over Sean Hingorani. So, and that was coming into tonight. As they run, he's going to give up 4 points on the racetrack. So, unofficially, that points lead could be down to as little as 3 points based on how they're running on the racetrack.
Maybe I'll skip doing Indonesia.
We saw Eric Johnson Jr. take his car back into the pits. He was seventh. Eric Johnson Jr. going to drop from that position. I'll tell you what, I'm a little distracted, folks, because us Midwestern guys don't get a lot of opportunities to go to In-N-Out Burger in this extended red flag.
Oh, Lord.
It's tempting. It is very
tempting. It's the biggest hype of all of them all.
Before withdraw the red flag. I don't know if we got enough time. Henry Barton sitting in 8th. Kumakoga, he raced at Kansas Speedway last night. With us here at Madera tonight, he sits in 9th. And rounding out the top 10.
You're really talking about In-N-Out Burger?
All three of those drivers should pick up a position with Eric Johnson Jr.
I mean, how good? How good could fast food possibly
There's
be?
a good look at Takuma Koga. We saw Takuma ramp up.
And again, they don't have
side
In-N-Out
of
Burgers
Todd
where I'm
Sousa's car
from,
a little
so.
bit ago. No damage, at least no damage enough.
I think
to
the closest
sideline
one
either of
in
those
like
drivers,
the East
but
Coast, it's
Takuma
like
had a
in
good night
Texas.
out at
All right.
Kansas Speedway. Having a pretty good night here tonight. Looking for a solid top 10 performance. Sitting back in ninth. Could be, likely will be in the 8th position once we do go back racing. And there's a look at tonight's Bonnie Rookie Spotlight driver, Rip Michaels, in the number 71. Of course, Rip substituting for Nick Janitis. Nick doing a little sheet time this weekend for the weather, but good to see Rip night. Was with this year, Danny had a top 5 finishes, had a pole at Irwindale earlier in the year, so that Jan's racing team has been very competitive, and right now, despite being under the red flag, Rip Michaels giving that car a pretty good ride up into the top 10. Well, we are still working on getting the racetrack back in racing condition, and as we do that, why don't we step away for another break? When we come back, hopefully we'll be ready to go back green flag racing. Stick with us, folks. More racing coming up live from Madera right up.
This year, we actually get to race.
These guys are sprint car drivers, stock car drivers, drifters. Here, they're going to drive something that requires a different sense of discipline.
It's a group of 12 guys who are really good at driving race cars.
Team Not Zero Sugar. Team NOS Original.
Team Sonic Sour. Team GT Grape.
We're not sure how these cars are going to drive.
Let's go racing.
Hi, Eric.
Hi, Mel. Is now good for a catch-up on your plan?
Yes, now is great. This helps a lot. Make sense of your money with Citizens.
With an Intel AI PC, built-in AI security helps keep your data private from the moment you log on. From personal to professional, it's possible on an Intel AI PC.
I like hoops and hit.
I love training, and I love hitting the treadmill. I love the cardio and my community.
Rebag, the way luxury resale should be. A curated collection of investment pieces to treasure today or sell tomorrow. Instantly refresh your collection. Get 10% off your first purchase at Rebag.com with code REBAGTV. Rebag, the way luxury resale should be. Invest in pieces you've always wanted or trade them for a new find. Access limitless luxury. Get 10% off your first purchase at Rebag.com with code REBAGTV.
Still under the red flag here at Madera Speedway, but we do see cars being moved to the other side of the racetrack. I'm hoping that's a good sign, but we do have a little bit of work to do down there in turns 1 and 2. We don't want to fill those race cars up with speedy dry, so we're going to move them down into turns 3 and 4 and get that end of the racetrack clean. And hopefully be back ready to go racing here in just a couple of moments. There's a good look at our leader, Trevor Huddleston, in the number 50. Been a pretty good year for Trevor. 3 top 5 finishes so far, 6 top 10, sitting 4th in the points. And there's a look at Sean Hingarani. There's Jaron Giannini, tonight's General Tire Pole Award winner and just his 4th career start. Kyle Keller in the number 12. Great run for Kyle, looking for his 3rd consecutive top 5 finish. Ethan Nascimento with a great run going. There's our ARCA Menards Series West points leader, Tyler Reif. Tyler had a great run at Bristol last Thursday. Came home 6th in his first ever start at Bristol Motor Speedway. Henry Barton there in the number 6. There's Takuma Koga. All the way from Nagoya, Japan.
Wow, he's from Japan.
Yep, Nagoya in I think the Hichi Prefecture of
There's the clean side
in Japan.
Of Todd
So
Souza's
I think the
number 3. Remember, we did see Takuma launch off the left side of that car earlier tonight. There's Mikey Killen in the number 9.
It's like so Nagoya is the city.
05.
Hichi, no, it's hold on. Or Hachi, Japan.
All of the race cars that are still out on the racetrack.
Nagoya. Sorry, it's in.
With just 48 laps yet to go. Should be.
Hold on a minute. Let me look up Takuma.
As
Koga.
action-packed as
my
it
thing
has
says
been to
Nagoya.
this point,
Okay, not Hichi. Aichi, in the Aichi Prefecture,
win
which is the
becomes
prefecture is the equivalent of a state
a bigger
of
factor.
Japan.
And look at that. Like a sandstorm down there in turns 1 and 2.
Yes, we've heard you say this exact. Like, stop saying it.
We talked about the battle for the championship, just 7 points between Tyler Reif and Sean Hingarani. An equally close battle for 3rd and 4th between Jack Wood and Trevor Huddleston. Jack currently sitting in 3rd, but he's only got a 4-point lead over Trevor Huddleston. And Huddleston has picked up some bonus points tonight. Actually going to pick up a point for leading a lap, and then the other bonus point for leading the most laps. So Trevor Huddleston going to nibble into that advantage that Jack Wood had tonight. And, of course, Jack not having the greatest night on the racetrack. As a matter of fact, he is off the racetrack right now. So very likely that Trevor Huddleston could move into the 3rd position. And actually, quite possible that Kyle Keller could move into contention to knock Jack Wood back into 5th. So going to keep an eye on that points battle. Very, very tight, both at the front and for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And of course, just 3 races remain after tonight. And boy, anything can happen, but I do expect we will see all of those positions in contention.
How long could this possibly take? I started playing on my Switch because I got tired of waiting.
Both for Tyler Reif and Sean
Once I
Hingarani.
finish this
Tyler,
Genesis
course,
game, I'm gonna
remember the story
continue the
from
new
last
Zelda
year,
game.
made his ARCA Menards Series debut.
I'm actually just continuing saving tracks to my Google Maps all around the world. So that's what I'm doing during this red flag.
Got spun out very early in the race, and the damage to the race car kind of lodged the spoiler over just enough to get it out of the air. That car turned into a rocket ship. Once they got it back out on the racetrack, he made up a lap and ended up going to victory lane at just 15 years of age. And very impressive performance by Tyler Reif. And then picked up a pair of victories here in 2024. The first wins for the Central Coast Racing team and team owners Todd and Kelly Souza since 2008. So it's been a very impressive season for Tyler Reif, and looking to put the exclamation point on it with a championship run. Not having the greatest night tonight, but he is still in contention for a top 5 finish. Needs to do everything he can to keep Sean Hingorani in sight. Just 7 points separating those two. And again, 1 point on the racetrack is 1 point, or one position on the racetrack is 1 point in the point standings. Why don't we go ahead and step away for another break? Looks like we're winding down on the track cleaning operations here after that oil down, but we're going to step away for another quick break, and hopefully when we come back, we will be set to go.
This year, we actually get to race.
Okay, I could do without hearing this commercial for about a year.
Yeah, me too.
It's like the only commercial.
I guess they ran out of commercials to play.
Yeah.
All right, so now I have 192 saved places for my motorsports stuff. Now we got a racing reference and check out all the current tracks that I didn't save yet.
This red flag. Keep an eye on that 16 car stopped over there in turn 3 and 4, and bang, there's Kyle Wisner. Nose-to-nose contact. Take another look at it right here. And that nose-to-nose contact going to knock out the oil cooler on that number 16. And Jack didn't know it. Made a couple of laps around the racetrack and oiled us down, and that put us under the red flag here for... Oh, it seems like it's been an eternity, but I'm sure it's only been closer to 10 or 12 minutes.
No, it feels way longer than 10 to 12 minutes, but...
Let me, hold on a minute.
We should get the Menards West 16. Find a way around and now...
We've been on a red flag for half an hour, basically.
Exactly. Exactly.
Appreciate you all sticking with us on what is turning into a marathon night here at Madera Speedway. Good looking crowd on hand. A lot of action here tonight. They've got the super modifieds here with us tonight. The Cars Tour West Pro Late Models in action here tonight. So a great program on tap for the fans here at Madera Speedway this evening. Been racing here at Madera, if not at this location, since 1971, but of course the other racetrack built right across the street dates all the way back into the 1940s. So nearly 80 years of racing here in Madera, California. And trying to put the pin on this one here tonight. Still 48 lap yet to go. I think that is the point of contention there down in turns 1 and 2. That is where Eric Johnson Jr.'s car had stopped under this red flag. And unbeknownst to him, Eric was leaking a little fluid, so we're still going to work on that area here at Madera Speedway, located in the San Joaquin Valley, just 38 miles away from the geographic center of the state of California.
Congrats.
It cannot be taking this long. My God.
In distance. Now, when the race cars are out there running, looks pretty flat, but as you can see with these guys out there doing the safety work, there is a little bit of banking down there in the corners. Kenny Shepard and the team doing a great job out here at Madera Speedway. Been a lot of fun coming out here the last couple of years. Of course, had a great race here last year. Of course, last year's race was the second to the last race on the calendar. Caden Honeycutt picking up the win. His second career ARCA Menards Series win in just 3 starts. Caden now racing in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. And it seems like it has been on 102 laps for, as I said earlier, an eternity. It hasn't quite been an eternity. Probably closer to 15 or 20 minutes.
This is like third mile. How could they not have it restarted by now?
I think we're going to see a pretty good battle for the lead. We've seen Trevor Huddleston jump out to a relatively sizable advantage, 1.8 to 2 seconds on the clocks, but the reality of it is it's just about half a straightaway. But that battle for second, third, and fourth has been pretty intense all night long. Sean Hingorani he's had to play a little bit of defense as well tonight, but Sean has been very aggressive in that number 5 car, and if he can get up there and maybe steal that lead from Huddleston on a restart, could shake those point standings up even more here tonight. I think Jaron Giannini is a car to watch. He's obviously been pretty quick. Started from the pole here tonight, has been up in the top 4 pretty much all night long. Could he get up there and steal a win? Kyle Keller looking for his 3rd consecutive top 5 finish in that number 12. that's what we're here fighting for tonight. Pretty good looking trophy down there waiting for tonight's winner.
Yeah, by the time somebody gets down there, it's going to be covered in dust.
I think that thing might be taller than my daughter. That is
Oh.
an impressive piece of
What?
hardware
Sorry, I thought you were saying about his daughter.
Yeah, he said the trophy is taller than his daughter. Dude, you're pressing out personal information about your daughter.
One of those 6 drivers.
Maybe his daughter is like 5.
Tonight's winner is in that group of race cars right there.
You know what kind of sick perverts are out there.
Things, but those are the cars that have been up front.
I am so bored. Like, this is unacceptable.
They're going to stay up front here the final 48 laps. Once we do get this racetrack back in shape. Of course, Trevor Huddleston in the number 50.
Well, I feel like we've been under red for longer than we've been racing.
In that number 5, he is not here.
Okay, hold on. Green flag was at what timestamp?
Here at Madera.
1:10. Okay.
Back to 5th, right? To rejoin the was a pretty.
Okay, right. The red flag. Okay, if you count the time that we spent under caution, we've been under caution and red flag for longer than we've been. Like the time from green flag to the caution, from then to the red flag portion has been longer, and that's pathetic.
That's
Oh wait, we're going under. Oh wait, we're under caution.
The red flag here.
Finally.
Speedway has been withdrawn.
Ah.
We will get these cars back rolling and in formation for the final 48. We get 47 laps to go this time around. All right, that last lap for Trevor Huddleston, 35 minutes and 41 seconds.
35 minutes?
Red flag. So even in my generous estimates, I was a little off.
A little? You were
a little.
You were You were a third off. You said 12 minutes.
Situation all around the racetrack, but hopefully we won't have to worry
He
about
was
it.
fired.
As we do get these race cars back moving. Trevor Huddleston and
Like I'm completely like zoned out.
It's like Tyler Reif in the number 13 going to need a little shove to get that
Like
car started.
35 minutes for Speedy
sometimes
drive
in
it.
these race cars.
Wait, the 13's not moving? Oh, for
Engines
Christ's sake.
are up to temperature, and then we shut them off for an extended period of time. A little hard to get them back fired up. But usually a little shove from the push truck will do the trick. That car not wanting to come back to life.
Great. Fucking beautiful.
In a big hurry for Tyler Reif.
I feel like I could go out, have a smoke, and come back, and we're still under caution.
You could have smoked yourself to death at this point.
Yeah,
well,
that's why I'm saying I'm gonna try it now.
Yeah, that car
don't try it.
Come back
for...
to life.
No, I'm not gonna. I only got like a quarter of the cigarette left for that one. So I'll be back.
Boy, that could be
that thing is not
a
moving.
game changer for that ARCA Menards Series West Championship if that number 13 does not come back to life.
Yep, he's going to the garage.
He is going to drive it outside the racetrack.
Well, there goes the championship leader and
off the racetrack as the cars circulate under caution. These laps do count. And Reif going to drop out of the top 5 and out of the top 10. Wow, that could be a serious game changer.
You think?
Sean Hingorani, meanwhile, circulating in second position. Oh, did not have that on the bingo card tonight.
No, I didn't have a 35-minute red flag on mine.
hopefully Michael Munoz and the team will get that number 13 restarted and back out on the racetrack. But right now, Reif dropping through the field. He's already lost one lap. Looks like he is in danger of losing another, if not more. There's Todd Souza in the similarly painted number 3. Jack Wood back on the racetrack. We saw him back in the pit area with that damage to the left front. Jack scored back in the 14th position. He is 3 laps behind Trevor Huddleston and the rest of the lead lap cars. So the caution lights still on. Still waiting to see if Tyler Reif in that number 13 will be able to rejoin the field as we circulate under the caution flag and the lights out on the pace car.
Finally. Oh my God.
Tyler Reif will not make the restart. Tough break for the guy leading ARCA Menards Series West championship standings coming into tonight. So almost certainly we will have a new points leader after this evening.
No shit. You back?
Mark Wendell in the pace car, back down into the infield. Joe Contreras looking him over, coming back to green with 40.
Here we go. We're green.
What's going to happen here on this restart? Of
Huddleston clears right off the bat.
Slippery with all that speedy dry. Ingarani going to fall back into single file order. Here comes Jaron Giannini to the inside, trying to make a battle for second.
Ooh. Ethan Nascimento and Henry Barton bumping for 5th place.
They go up the racetrack. Ooh, everybody's slipping and sliding down there in turns 3 and 4. Here comes Takuma Koga in the number 7.
On Henry Barton.
Takuma up to 7th. Ooh, we're going to stack them 3 wide. Jack Wood in the 16. Laps off the pace to the inside of his teammate, Eric Johnson Jr. All kinds of action on this restart. Henry Barton way up the racetrack there in the number 6. Takuma Koga digging hard in that number 7. Got a great run going. Despite that damage to the right side of that car, Takuma looking strong in that number 7. He's going to work past Henry Barton.
Henry Barton trying to make the comeback.
Despite all the slipping and sliding that he's doing up in that top lane, Henry Barton able to hold on to that position. Here comes Eric Johnson Jr. now. He's going to go and put Takuma on defense. The 19 to the inside. He's going to take that spot from Takuma Koga. Koga was battling for 6th. Now he's back to 8th. Now Henry Barton starting to feel some pressure from Eric Johnson Jr. Look at this, stacking him 3 wide again. That not a battle for position. Takuma Koga in 8th. Jack Wood.
I'm betting I didn't miss much.
Nope, we restarted.
That is a battle for position right there.
Yeah, because I finished that little nub of a cigarette, but then I wanted a glass of water. So
David Smith. Ooh, a little nudge from Eric Johnson Jr. He's going to wash Henry Barton up the racetrack. More contact down into 1.
This would be for 6th place, I think. Or wait, no. Oh, there go. Around goes
sideways.
I don't know, what's the name?
Oh,
Mikey Killen.
Mr.
Mike Killen.
See some.
What is that? Is that like? Oh, that's part of the roll bar.
Bumper bar.
Yep.
Yeah, see some damage to that number 9 car. Maybe another vehicle involved in this one.
I think somebody helped them.
Well, somebody's gonna have to go out and pick up that bumper bar right there, and I believe that did come off of the number 9. There's the guy that's been up front all night long, Trevor Huddleston in the number 50, looking for his first win of the season. Would be his first win since he won at Irwindale last year. Last July, as a matter of fact, at Irwindale Speedway.
Yeah, I can definitely tell somebody helped them.
Takuma Koga.
Some battle scars there on the number 7. We did see Takuma in that number 7 launch over the left rear tire of Todd Souza off of turn 4 earlier tonight. Hasn't slowed his progress too much. Still scored in the 7th position. And look at that, Tyler Reif back on the racetrack.
Oh yeah, his car didn't start, so we went multiple laps down.
Right now, Tyler scored back in 14th position. Oh, what a tough break. That car just did not come back to life after that extended red flag. He is now 16 laps down to the leader. In the next position on the racetrack, folks, is David Smith. And it is a 13-lap.
Totally random, but like, you know about college football a little bit, right?
No, I don't watch it at all. I don't like football.
Well, no, I was just gonna say, you know, it was a bad game when even the NASCAR media people are tweeting about it.
What happened? I mean, I saw the thing by Jeff Gluck.
Jeff, it was Georgia versus Alabama. Like Jeff Gluck said, sorry, non-NASCAR tweet, but what is happening in this game? And then he just like went gibberish about it.
What happened?
I'm trying to figure it out right now.
All right.
I'm going to like trending about it. Let's see. People are saying, "What is happening?" I'm gonna.
Jeff Gluck was Georgia, Alabama. Good game. You know, I'm just gonna say no. Oh wait.
What is? All right.
Never mind. I guess it was the opposite.
Oh my god!
I guess it was a really good game.
All I could say is I just watched a replay of this this play, and holy crap, that was insane.
Oh, great. Is the 13 not getting going again?
I love that pickup truck. Not because of the American flag, but that old retro truck.
It's got like a wide trunk.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, 13 not. Yeah, 13 can't.
Okay, so here we go.
The frustrations continue for Tyler.
So Alabama's last-minute interception in end zone edged Georgia's furious rally from 28-0 deflect the rolling tide wins 41-34.
Wow.
So that's what happened.
That's pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's definitely making the morning news headline tomorrow.
Lane choice on these restarts. No surprise, Trevor Huddleston elects the bottom side of the racetrack. Sean Hingorani to the
And the player that did the insane move was named Ryan Williams. So I think he's going to be a good lookout for next year.
The inside of Henry Barton. They're in row number 3. Pace car back to the infield. We're going to try it one more time. Great restart there.
All right, Huddleston back to lead again. Ooh, Giannini's. This is Giannini's best restart. He's sending it in hard on Hingorani. Oh, Hingorani will get to second.
Top lane work. He is going to hold on to second. Hingarani, one of the few drivers that has really made that top lane work here this evening.
Oh my God, Chasm.
He is on the charge. Boy, he is really driving it in deep, particularly into turn 3. Boy, Hingarani, he can smell it, folks. He knows Tyler Reif is having an off night, and he is on the charge. He knows he can really put the hooks to him here with a victory. But he still has a lot of work to do. He has got to get around Trevor Huddleston. Huddleston pulling away now in that number 50 car. Hingarani holding on a second, and there's Kyle Keller all over the back bumper of Jaron Giannini. Through turns 3 and 4. Ethan Nascimento, that 21 car, coming back to life. He is going to try to take 4th
from
Kyle
Keller
and maybe even slide past Jaron Giannini to take 3rd. Nascimento in that 21 car.
No, let me hit live. Okay, we are live.
So move Ethan Nascimento into 4th. Kyle Keller trying for that 3rd straight top 5 finish, holding on in 5th. He is going to take a dive off of turn 4 to the bottom side of the racetrack, trying to get underneath. Ooh, look at that. Ethan Nascimento, a little bit quicker than the 23 is right now, trying to find his way through. They haven't had chrome bumpers on these cars in probably 40 years, but we still call that the chrome horn right there. Ethan Nascimento knocking on the back door, trying to find a way through as they work around David Smith. Great battle for position. So Jaron Giannini is going to hold on to 3rd. Ethan Nascimento following him through to 4th. Kyle Keller has his hands full. Henry Barton to the outside. The battle on for 5th. Laps ticking away at a rapid rate right now. 12 to go this time around. Ooh, some sparks and some contact. Ethan Nascimento.
Wow, 3rd for
Ness.
That's the Reese's Sweet move of the race right there. Oh wait, we're not done here.
Right there.
My God.
Nascimento up to 3rd.
Nice.
Keller
nice
following
stuff.
Him through to 4th. Giannini back to 5th. That could be one of our Reese's Sweet moves of the race.
That
right
has
there.
to be
that
like the best move.
Ethan Nascimento. Visit ARCARacing.com Monday, 3 o'clock Eastern time to see who is crowned tonight's Reese's Sweet Move of the race. And I'll tell you what, right now, Jaron Giannini not thinking that was a very sweet move. He has lost a handful of positions in that exchange, but a very nice move.
Henry Barton to 5th. As we now have under 10 to go.
A couple of positions and maybe put him on the podium here tonight. Now inside of 10 to go. Giannini trying to recover a couple of those lost positions. There is Trevor Huddleston down the backstretch. There's Sean Hingarani in 2nd in the black number 5. A comfortable advantage. But I'll tell you what, I bet you Trevor Huddleston was wishing that was a full straightaway rather than a couple of car lengths. Hingarani, one of the most aggressive drivers in the series. You never know what he's got in store, up his sleeve here as the laps now ticking away. 5 to go this time around.
All right.
For Trevor
we got like
Huddleston.
2 minutes.
Looking for his
oh, come on!
ARCA Menards Series West victory, and we're gonna have
for
one
what?
more restart.
Oh, who got around? Jack Wood?
At least.
Again.
Jack Wood. Boy, it has been one of those days.
You're telling me, Charles.
Jack Wood and the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad night continues.
You know, whenever just for the fact his name is Charles. Hold on a minute.
Into the wall. Saw the damage to the left front. Now he's got the corresponding damage to the left rear.
Hold on.
Take a look at what happened over there. To the number 16. Looks like there might have been a little contact with the number 3 of Todd Souza. Take one more look
I love
at
that.
it right there.
You know that
And
one?
you know what? There may have been.
What?
It was not a lot.
The Charles.
was.
This is the greatest plan.
There had to have been, and we didn't see it, but there had to have been, folks. Just a little casual contact there between race cars.
You've never heard that before?
As you're diving off into the
No, I never heard that before.
I was gonna play it again just to make sure. It's like
number 3.
I got the perfect plan. This is the
So, yeah, we didn't
greatest
really get a
plan.
good look at it, but
You've never played Henry Stickmin Collection?
Nah.
Okay. Do you know what it is?
Yeah. No.
And Todd Souza.
Well, it's like a choose your own adventure style thing. Except if you pick the wrong choice, you die in a hilarious way. So that when in that specific one, you're trying to rely on your military buddy to help you escape a prison, and there's a guard there. And if you select Charles, he'll start going, "This is the greatest," while flying the helicopter into the side of the jail.
The overtime rules one more time.
That sounds like me trying to win in D&D.
Hold on, I'll show you. Hold on a minute.
Followed by checkered finish. If we see the yellow flag after the white flag has been displayed, we will have unlimited attempts at a green and white together, followed by checkered one-lap finish.
That's the original version.
Race must finish under green flag conditions. Those laps, as we have described, do not necessarily need to be consecutive.
This is the greatest plan.
I love that so much.
It's gonna be pretty intense.
Here's the original version.
All right, here I come.
Understand that
Why?
Todd Souza was in position
Hold on.
to get the free pass.
Not you. I'm saying like that. Like where do you think that driving a helicopter crashing it is a good plan?
Hold on a minute.
So will not get the free pass under this caution. So that will leave us with 9 drivers under, or excuse me, 9 drivers on the lead lap.
Let me find the right one from this one.
Come back.
They also reference like a
green,
gazillion
followed by
video
white,
games.
Followed by
Wait.
checkered.
Shit.
Who's it going to be? Trevor
I'll do it
Huddleston
after the green light checkered. Maybe it'll keep me
Yeah.
up for maybe this will keep me up until Indonesia starts.
Folks, he knows he is in position to take that points lead. Can he steal the win here tonight? Pace car safely off into the infield. Coming
All right, here we go. Green, white, checkered. Oh, come on. You buffer now?
Trevor Huddleston on the loud pedal. Let's see what happens down into 1.
Ingarani is going to be, I wouldn't surprise if he wrecked the 50 to win.
Ingarani digging hard to the outside. He's got the nose in front.
Go, but he went wide.
Way up the racetrack.
Of course
he
turns left into the 50. White flag. Who's going to prevail here? Huddleston's dominated the race. Is Ingarani going to mount a last lap? Charge. Final turns. Hingarani can't, or is he going to get there? Oh, Huddleston holds on and wins at Madera. Oh, man, I was so certain the 5 was going to try and wreck the 50.
I was so
He almost did there.
But he didn't.
Coming across the stripe in second.
What the hell's that for? Whoa. What's Hingarani doing?
Sad. He didn't get to win.
No, but he's a whiny bitch.
Picking up his 4th career ARCA Menards Series West victory, first of 2024. Celebrating down in victory lane. What a thrilling finish. We knew we were going to see some contact.
I've had enough of this shit.
Intensity,
and
boy, did we.
All right. So next time I stream, actually, it'll either be Indonesia, for MotoGP, or probably Kansas, assuming I get back to my apartment in time, because I'm gotta actually get back. 168 people actually tuned in for this. My God, all right. Well, thanks for showing up. Hope you got some enjoyment. See you.